Hi.
Gotta turn on the mic.
Oh, it's not on.
Hi, my name is Ruth, crickert, and thank you all for staying and listening to everybody. I'm an intuitive and a healer, and the thing that's close to my heart is healing. I've always known that we have the ability to be whole within ourselves. We can do it. And it's all a matter of belief and intent. Because we live in a virtual reality, so we control it. What's in your head? If you do the work in your heart and in your mind, you can reap the rewards. But the world we live in is designed to make us forget that. Because those who control the world don't want us to know our power. So we're bombarded with frequencies, with media, content that constantly plays to their message that we are not powerful, that everything has to be done in a linear, left-brain fashion. The school systems support that. And so we're raised in that. And it's so wonderful to see these young people coming in. And they've come in at this higher frequency as the earth has been evolving. And they're just walking right in with this information and bypassing all the mind control and the messaging that we grew up with. But healing is something that it's our birthright. It's our birthright to be whole. It's our birthright to be able to do that, to be whole and healed. And there is no one path. There is no one correct path. Everybody has to find whatever it is that speaks to them. Whatever kind of energy healing, whatever kind of body work works for you, and whatever kind of work that helps you to understand who you are and to dig up and transform those things in yourself that are holding you back. Your limits, because we all have limits, but we're the author of our limits. So every time you identify a limit that you're creating, that's an opportunity to bust through that wall and expand. And anything can help you do that, because we are all each other's teachers. I know my biggest teachers in my life were my children. Big time. And I am so grateful to have had that experience of being a mother and learn the lessons that they brought into my life. And it made me a better healer. It made me a better person. And I think that anybody could say the same about whatever experience that they've had if they have mindfully attended to their life. But healing is literally a matter of mind. I watched, there's a video that's currently on YouTube. I actually put it on my Facebook that Greg Braden is narrating. But it's a video of a Chinese clinic. And the woman had a tumor in her bladder, 3-inch tumor, that the doctors over here said that they could not heal. And she went over to this clinic in China, and there was preparation that she had to do first. She had to have I think there was probably an eating protocol and some other things. And she also had to believe in it, because your belief is going to affect your healing. And the the three who worked on her, it took under 2 minutes. And they had her under ultrasound the entire time. They took an ultrasound of her before, and you could see the tumor. And they had that there, and then they had the live ultrasound as the healing, the three who were doing the healing worked. And the tumor went like that to nothing. And I love what they were chanting as they worked. It was in Chinese, but it translated to already done, already done, already done. Not happening, not going to happen, already done. And that's the secret. Because if it's happening, it's always going to be eternally happening. If it's going to happen in the future, it's always going to be eternally happening in the future. Our language and our intent has to be clear. It's already done. It's already done. We see it at another level, and then we let it manifest. Because we don't create in this third dimension, which we're not quite in anymore. We create up in the fourth and the fifth, and then it comes in and manifests and takes on a physical reality. So that already done, if you take nothing away, take that phrase, already done. When you want something, you have to believe that it's already done. And then you just go forward in your life and let it manifest. And that's intent. And that you can get healing, you can get manifesting whatever you need in your life by believing that your vision, your desire, because desire, the emotion, is what fuels it. You can see something, but you're not going to actually create it unless you put that fuel of emotion into it. You have to have the desire. That's the gas. And that's why we as humans are so unique in the universe, because we have the emotions, and so many other beings don't have that emotional level to themselves. We have that emotion, and so when you learn to love and appreciate and work with your emotional self, let it work for you, you can move mountains. You don't let your emotions run you. You recognize what's going on, and if there are emotions that are strong, you can let them move through you and work on whatever triggered you. But being able to call up joy and call up love is powerful. Love is it. And when you get to that spot and bring up that joy and bring up that love, couple it with an intent, you're always going to get whatever it is that you ask for, because it's already done. You've already sent that out into the fourth and the fifth dimensions, and it's already getting worked on and coming back. And then the trick is you got to allow it. You have to allow it. Everything you ask for, you could get. The trouble is we block off most of it for one reason or another. Oh, I don't deserve it, or I don't know if I really want that, or So in your life, as the author, what are you allowing? What are you blocking? Ask yourself and look at those things. It's powerful. It's simple, and yet it's not simple because it requires a lot of inner work and a lot of awareness that you have to be willing to look at yourself, face your shadow, face the dark sides and go, oh. One of my husbands in my favorite movie was, I can see him, the boy in the movie was Atreus.
Never-ending Story.
Never-ending Story, thank you. I love that movie. There's so much powerful symbology in that movie. When he goes on the journey, he goes through the two large statues that he has to go past, and they wake up and they'll zap anybody who doesn't have the right intent. And so he gets through because he has the right intent. And the final thing, the biggest challenge, it's a huge snowstorm, and he's going, and there's a cliff, and he has to face this horrible thing. And it's, as the snow parts, it's a mirror. He sees himself. And he has to be able to look clearly at himself. And that's the secret, is being able to just travel that path and do those things. Be decisive in your intent. Fuel it with your love and your joy. And you can move mountains. You can be healed. You can have whatever it is that you need in your life. And that's the secret they don't want to tell you, that they don't want you to know. Because they want you to buy their items, and that your joy is dependent on spending your money and making them rich. But we don't have to. Because the power is within each one of us in our heart. And that's my message. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Longest readers as any other.
You have like the best meditation voice.
I know.
Don't you think?